In today's episode of Truly Bedrock, we design a ton of our technical mega base to figure out a lot of what we're farming, which items we can have and autocraft, and design a bunch of our main storage room, along with connecting together a bunch of our farms using new types of water streams. It might sound basic, but there's a lot of work that goes into building the foundations of a really technical mega base, so let's hop into it. So we have a giant issue with the base right now. There's absolutely no spawn proofing in this entire area, so it's basically one giant mob farm. Now, we have a really easy solution to this, and that is to build a mob switch. This is basically a collection of mobs that prevents all other mob spawning in the area just by filling up the mob cap. I made a full tutorial on this. If you want to learn more, you can check that out. We're going to do a little experiment to see if the pigmen from these gold farms actually fill up the surface cap. So we should get a bunch of these guys to spawn in no time at all. So if we see any normal mobs spawn on the ground around here, then we'll know that these guys do not take up the surface mob cap. We should probably turn this off, actually. This is definitely more than 16. Turn it off, turn it off. Jeez, gotta crash the server over here. It's kind of seeming like it's working. Okay, then. So we're gonna get 16 of these guys, name tag them, and then shove them in a hole down at the bottom of the base. And that'll stop all these surface spawns from happening around here. Now, just to demonstrate that it is working, if we fly up a little bit and despawn all those guys, then we're pretty much immediately gonna see mobs spawning all over the base. Yep, there goes a bunch of zombies. Right, so we have a plan, and we know exactly what we're gonna do to execute that plan. And the first thing we're gonna do is probably mess something up. We're gonna wait for 16 of these guys to spawn in, name tag them, punch them, and then run. Pretty basic plan. Hold up, are all you guys... Oh, you've all shuffled! You know what? I can't keep track of how many I've name tagged. Why are you all walking... Oh, I name tagged that one twice. Okay, this is going great. So now's the fun part. Yeet! And then we just simply run up onto this back area, and all these guys should just fall down this convenient little hole right here that goes straight down to where we want them. And there's water down there so they don't die. Hopefully that's 16. I actually don't know. And now how are we going to fall down? There's a bunch of angry pigmen. Well, looky here. There's another little hole right here. So we're just going to put all these guys in boats, and that should be our mob switch done, really. Okay, so we have 13 guys downstairs, which means that 3 of them ran off. I got to punch you as well. Come with me. I've punched you. That means you have to follow me. And now we are going to get them down there as well. Okay, so I dropped them down the hole, and they all died because I had the blocks in place. Cool. Well, we need 3 more pigmen. Okay, that is our mob switch done. We have 16 of these guys, or 8 boats of 2. So we should be good to go now. And it's actually nighttime as well. So if we head up here, we shouldn't see a single mob spawning in this area. Looks like it is a mission success. So as you can see, it's very easy to build up yourself a mob switch if you happen to have an easy supply of surface mobs, like a gold farm. So now that we got our mob cap in place, we can build in the entire base area and not have to worry about mobs, which is going to be so nice. But now we also need to connect together the gold farm. So we're going to have items go out on one side, experience go out on the other side, and then they're going to meet up in the middle. And these water streams are not going to be your standard water stream. We're not just going to have like a bunch of ice down here, you know, on the floor, like how you would expect. Instead, we're going to do redstone lamps because we can't do anything simple in this base. So we're going to have a layer of redstone lamps, and then every few blocks, we'll have some ice at the end of it. That way the items can actually continue on in the water stream. And then, of course, we're going to light up those lamps and have some tinted glass or stained glass above here so that it looks really nice and cool. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is 1000% a bug, but look at this. What? That water is radioactive. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it so much. Oh, that's so good. Can we have this forever? Can I just get that as a texture? I need that. Oh, that is so good. What happens if I break out that block? Okay, it's just, oh, it's kind of blinding. Bro, look how crazy that is. Minecraft ray tracing is a perfectly refined thing, and I never want to hear anything against it. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that looks crazy. Oh, I love that. Okay, this is what it's normally supposed to look like. It's still looking pretty good, but like after what we just had, I'm not gonna lie, I feel a little bit disappointed. It's not nearly as cool as it was before. I have nothing else to say. So this is basically the beginnings of the water stream. As you see, it's too wide right here. We're gonna have experience on one side, we're gonna have items on the other side, and that's gonna be going up to the AFK spot. Now, because we need some speed for those things, we have lamps on the sides right here. But on these edges, we have lamps underneath the streams, and this is what it's mostly going to be like all throughout the base. And this looks fairly good with the ray tracing on, but of course, not nearly as cool as the super radioactive bright water that we just had, and I am forever going to be let down that I can't have that as a feature. I have a complaint to make about Minecraft. Waterlogged blocks don't convert concrete. Am I dumb for just now finding this out, or is this actually a game mechanic? Doesn't require a block update either. What if I break that? Now, okay, I see. Bedrock edition. Okay, so we have one set of water streams installed for this gold farm, and then we've mirrored that off to the other side. It looks a little bit janky right now because it's in progress, but we also have a lovely set of redstone down underneath this area, and then all the redstone. It looks beautiful. It's very good. Please don't mention the extreme jankiness that I had to do. We won't point that out. We're gonna take the output of the farm. We're gonna separate out the experience to one side, probably that side, and then separate out the items and send them onto that water stream. Okay, so I believe everything's good to go. This right here should be an item and experience separator. So basically, it's just a layer of water that goes down. So all of the experience floats over top and goes around this way, and it just goes up to a bubble column, and then all the items will sink down, and then they'll go over this way up into the other bubble column. Now, this is like quantum mechanics. If I stand here, I'm going to affect the results because the experience is going to be attracted to me. Okay, so items go down, and then now they're going to the side. That's illegal. Okay, we might need to adjust this filter because everything's lined up on the left side here. I have no snarky remarks. It's just broken. What can I say? We got one item. Like, there he goes. Ah, there it goes. Yeah, sometimes it works. Okay, we just extended this out by a couple blocks, so now the items should all sink down right there, even though they're lined up on the edges. So if we just turn on the trident killers, hopefully we'll see those items go down. Yeah, there they go. And then I need to stand back, and all the experience should go over. Yeah, look at that. Look how efficient that is. That's crazy. So all these items are going to go up the bubble column on this side. And then if we stand over here and let that run, yeah, so we have experience on the one side and items on the other. Brilliant. Technically, I wanted the experience on that side and the items on that side, so I did it backwards. But that's fine. And no one's keeping track, right? No one would have noticed if I hadn't said something. Don't mind me, just gonna tear down everything I just spent like 15 minutes building. Okay, we have now flip-flopped all this thing around, so now it's reversed. And if we turn on the farm and go out over here, we should see everything just work. Yeah, so here's our farm. Everything is actually working fantastic. I don't know why it's bugged out, but it's kind of cool that it is, because it's a great demonstration of the farm working exactly how it should. God, this game is so broken. And then, yeah, all of the items are coming out down there, and the experience is coming out over there. Super convenient. I do want to redesign those trident killers if I ever make a tutorial for this. But yeah, look at this. Oh, that's crazy. It's doing like a whole circle. That's really fun. That is really fun. Man, I love this. This is so cool. You could see the entire system just running right there. You know, we have some fun with Bedrock Edition. We have some fun every now and again. Yeah, if we change the way that we're doing our trident killers, it would kill them much faster. Okay, now we gotta do that on the other side as well. And we should probably pick up all of our dozens of experience that we have. I would like Minecraft to explain to me real quick how and why. Just how and why, really. I mean, the whole thing. Well, not even quite the whole thing. Is that a visual bug? But also, this farm shouldn't be on right now? What happens if we update this? Oh, okay. That's cool. Man, am I just good at breaking this game or what? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. We found an X-ray bug. Cool. That's great. You know what? That's great. This is fine, everybody. Don't worry about it. Why are you worried about this? It's not like I've barely built half the base yet and I've already broken the whole area. It's fine. Why are you worried? So we've done a lot of design and testing work in the creative testing world that I've thrown together. So obviously most of this stuff right here is garbage and should be ignored. It's all testing. But I figured out quite a few things that we want to do in the middle of the base. So of course, one of the main ideas for the base is that we have these tracers going out to all the different farms. And that means that items and experience go to the very center of the base. But combining dozens of different water streams into one area is actually kind of complicated. So you can see a little bit of the idea right here. We have the 4 main cardinal directions for water streams coming from different farms, and then on each quadrant we have not only 2 different water streams, but these are actually 4. The original idea is that items would come in from this direction, hit the corner, and then go out through the other side, but then where do they go from there? So what we figured out is that on these corner water streams, if we line up the items on the edges, we can run them into a wall or a glass pane. They could fall down and then go back the way that they came from in a lower water stream below them. So that works on both sides. You do need to line up the items fairly well for this, but that's actually not a problem with how we've laid out the water streams, and this means that we can have water streams visible with items in them from above and from below as well. So we can stand down here and see items going across in our ceiling. So that's exactly what we figured out. We're gonna have tracers going out in two different directions. So we're gonna have like two similar colored lines. We're gonna have like a pink line. This is gonna bring items in towards the center. They'll be lined up properly, fall down, and then we'll also have a pink line on this side, for example, where the items will come in and then fall down. And then we're going to do that 8 times. So there's going to be a total of, well, a lot of water streams. So we've mocked up the water stream, so you'll essentially be able to see items going across like this, and then from down below, you'll also be able to see those items in the ceiling, and then they'll just go down and they'll go back into the walls. We're gonna have a bunch of water streams back there, and man, have we done some work to figure out how that's gonna work. It is not as simple as it seems, so we're combining those 4 water streams. We have like a little bubble column right there to launch them up, and we're really running out of space back here, but we're aligning those items on these grindstones. As you can see, they fall down and then they go back across, and this is actually where we can sort the items with some standard item filters. We're gonna have that on 3 sides. So we're gonna have that on this side over here, and this side. So it's a lot of stuff, actually. That's why this video has taken longer. So imagine that little demonstration times 20 water streams, and then you'll know just how many items we're planning on having come through here. Those items all have their own unique item path that they're gonna take. We have to find out ways to get those items to item sorters, into auto crafters, and where we want them in the base. And I forgot to mention, one of the coolest parts of the base is that these cardinal direction water streams are actually going to be dropping tons of items down into this area. Like 6 different water streams are going to be feeding items down here, and then they're going to be going into these water streams here in the floor that you can see. These are going to be going off back into the walls, of course, and sending items down to auto crafters and all kinds of things. And just imagine this, but like plus an extra 4 different items coming in. It's going to be really fun, and that's why we have this big central thing right here. I don't like that it's all red, but that's kind of a temporary color for now. And then, of course, we have the floor down below, which I'm still designing, but you'll be able to see those items in the water streams above you. So the base is going to be very lively and very active. I was also hoping to have item elevators in the 4 corners as well. So that would just be standard glass item elevators coming up, so you'll be able to see a ton of items all around you. The idea is to have a very bright and colorful and light and active and alive base. We just spent a couple of hours going over like every single farm that we want to have in the base, all the items that they're going to be producing, all the item types, all the ways that we can auto craft those items into fun different things, and then trying to figure out the base plan as well. So we're getting into kind of the nitty-gritty details of designing the mega base. And once again, I'm a strong advocate for building a scale model if you're trying to throw together a mega base, especially if you want to get a lot of farms in there, because it's always good to be properly prepared to prevent poor performance. If you want to see a lot more of the details of the base design, then you can check out our live streams. We stream 4 times a week over on Twitch, and I might have just figured out how to dual stream to YouTube. So keep an eye out for streams here on YouTube. We stream 4 times a week, Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, we had a ton more bugs happen with ray tracing and just the game while building the base, and I didn't know how to fit it into the video, so consider this me shoehorning in more bugs, because that's my reputation. I don't know, man. So we've designed all this in creative now, and it's the fun part of building it in survival. Yay! So I think we're going to start from the top down, because, you know, the top is the easiest part. You just got to put all the glass in place. So the middle over here is just going to be the red line, which will go over yonder to something. Don't worry about it. So all the glass is now properly installed, and you can see it really well from this angle. I don't even know how I got in here, but I did. And now you're in here with me. But yeah, that is kind of the center of the base thrown together. We need to light up all these lamps, which is going to be a lot of levers. And then, of course, we need to clean up all these edges over here as well. Technically, these are all going to be water streams that like go out and stuff. Now, you'll see that already we have a problem, because there's supposed to be a water stream right here, but we got some redstone right there. So, the solution to that is to just have these lamps always be powered on. for a small section anyway. It's gonna be very chaotic. Okay, we have put in a whole lot of the base tracers now, and look at this center area. It is actually coming along pretty well now. We need to light up all those lamps. So all these lamps on the inside edge here are always going to be turned on because there is absolutely no way to toggle those. So we're just deciding to keep them on. Same with some of these basic inner ones right here. There's just simply not enough room to power those individually, so we ain't gonna do it. That's our amazing solution to that problem. Okay, all of the lamps have been lit, and it is looking fairly nice down there now. Very, very colorful from this high up. And then if we drop down to this layer without dying, thank you. It's looking nice. I really like it. Of course, these lines are not turned on right now, so we don't have the gold farms running. And this is what the base is looking like with the ray tracing on now. Look at that beautiful center right there with all of the other, you know, bits of the base lit up. This is going to be so nice. You can see the vision happening, right? You can see the vision for the base. All these colors spreading out across here. All these lovely tracers happening. Gold farms running, things being lit up and glowing. So that's basically the top layer of this thing done, but now we need to actually install some water streams underneath it. So all the items are gonna come down these water streams, hit this, fall down, and then have another water stream like right at this layer that'll be going out in 2 directions. And that just is such a good idea. That I have to now build in survival. Cool. So now all the ceiling is done, and we have all these lovely colors in the ceiling. We even added extra lamps right in here as well. So all of these things are actually water streams. They're all gonna have items going down them and going into the back. We'll have some ice streams back here, a whole bunch of stuff, but that's gonna have to be for the next episode, because this episode is taking way too long. Okay, this is the basics of our room. This is gonna be our floor layer. We're gonna have massive amounts of storage on these 3 sides right here, and then bam, this is gonna be our control panel. So over here, we're gonna have a ton of levers that, you know, control things. Just pretend like these are levers right now. So we'll be able to flick this to like turn on our gold farms. So it'll be having a ton of redstone lines running out of the back of this thing into just a ton of spaghetti redstone. Not even gonna lie to you, it's gonna look horrible and horrific, and you're not gonna want to look at it, but I'm gonna make you look at it. But luckily, we have some time until that's all built up. I haven't even finished building the room yet. We already got these stupid guys in my base. Get out of here. Nobody likes you. I want a mob switch to turn you off. But yeah, so as you see, the room is coming together quite nicely now. This is going to be our control panel. Of course, it's very bare right now because we have nothing to control. And then we also need to fill in all the rest of the chests as well. But we don't have enough wood for that. So we're going to go steal some. So we're back at the spawn town in order to do some theft because, as you're probably aware, there is... you know, copious amounts of storage down here. But what is all that storage used for? It's for all of this copious amounts of bamboo and slime. But it gets worse, don't you worry, because there's even more storage down here hooked up to an auto crafter. Now, how much of this do you think is full of bamboo? Oh, geez. Oh, my. Oh, no. Oh, geez. There is a lot of bamboo here. Okay, hold up. There's bamboo all the way to this slice. That is so much bamboo. This has been running since like the season started. So we're going to do a theft. And by a theft, I mean we're just gonna go ahead and I can't be bothered to actually take it out of the chests. So this is Smurf's bamboo farm. And we're going to turn this into blocks of bamboo. Guys, I don't know where I'm gonna find a crafting table down here. Like, how do you do a crafting down here? This is the perfect crime. This is like stealing from Scrooge McDuck's pole of gold. Like, he'll never know. He'll just never know. How would he know? You wouldn't tell him. You wouldn't tell him, would you? Now, we've done a successful theft of 2 entire boxes of blocks of bamboo. You think that this is a lot, but all these actually craft down into 2 planks. So really, it's just 1 entire chest of logs, which... you know, it's actually quite a lot, so I feel sort of bad, so we're going to leave ourselves a diamond block down here. with a little sign saying that I did a theft. We haven't even built up the first chest layer yet, and we already used that entire shulker box of wood. So that's why when you're gonna steal from people, make sure that you steal more than enough resources. You know, you don't just steal $100. No, you steal $100 million. For legal reasons, this is probably a joke. So at this point, the storage room down here is basically functionally or aesthetically complete anyway. Of course, we're gonna put some blocks around all the chests to hide the ugliness of the backside over there. But we have our first lever, you know, installed, and it's got a very pretty redstone line on the backside. I'm not going to prove it to you, though. And that should actually power up both of our gold farms. As you can see there, that one's running as well. All the items and experience are going to go down the water streams. We've installed some temporary bubbles in the middle here. So if we stand at the AFK spot, that will actually deliver us all of our experience. For the first time since we built gold farms in this area, we actually have an automated way to collect the experience. Fantastic. Look at that. The ability to use the farms that we built. Incredible concept. But yeah, we can see all the experience coming down. We got items going across. All the items are going to build up because we have absolutely no way of handling those right now. We can see what this looks like with the ray tracing on. Oh man, look at all these colors down here. Yeah, okay. This is great. We love it. We love this. Pretty color. Nice on eyes. Half of our gold farm might be missing, but it's fine! Don't worry about it. We just wanted to see the moon. It's good. Now, you can see some of the experience going up to the AFK spot, so of course that's working properly, as you would expect. If you're going to stand down here, of course you're going to attract some of those XP orbs. And then if we go down into the base, yeah, the ray tracing is looking good. We have a bunch of items pouring down the middle. It's kind of hard to see, but they're ending up over here, which is actually where they should end up. We just don't have a place to put them right now. Do you see the vision now? The vision is coming together. Yes, look at this. Oh, I almost died. It's fine. If you don't almost die building your base, are you really building a base at all? Okay, so now we just need to do like all the item sorting, storage, auto crafting. We need to install a bunch more farms and get a whole bunch more of these tracers going in. Find ourselves another portal place, build ourselves a roof and block out the sun, build a creeper farm, a phantom farm, get ourselves some crop farms in here, tree farms, build more layers going down underneath the area there. Get all the water streams properly figured out and sorted and sorting. If you liked today's video, then drop a like, subscribe, and make sure to check out our streams over on Twitch and hopefully on YouTube soon.